How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Trailmakers Creations by ThatDomGuy. Today we're going to be starting with a viewer request for a multi-purpose vehicle. Someone said to make a multi-vehicle, you know, like a sub mixed with a plane, mixed with a car, mixed with all those kind of things. So this is what I came up with. Nice, simple vehicle design. I'll actually be making a how-to build video for this vehicle shortly, within the next 2 or 3 days. So if you're interested in building one of these, it's again a super simple version of a boat, car, and a plane. Well, I wouldn't even really call it a plane, more like a chopper, I guess, a drone-ish kind of thing. So let's have a look. We've got a really simple design. You can see we start with our flotation devices in the middle of the frame there on either side of the seat. And then we've got some smaller flotation devices, our basic frame, and then wheels. And we have 4-wheel steering with multiple small steering hinges down here. You can see we have our steering hinges left and right, or forward and backwards, sorry, and then we have some up and down hinges. That is to tuck our wheels up, and so we can get lift from our propellers, which are connected on the outside of the wheels. Our little tiny vertical stabilizers there will give us stability while we're in car mode, and when they fold up, they also give us stability when we're in drone mode or helicopter mode, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, it floats because of the flotation devices. Our helicopter pops up, and of course we have normal car. A couple of small thrusters there for forward, just a little bit of extra forward action when we're in drone mode or helicopter mode. So it drives just fine, as you can see, normal vehicle. So we can drive off the edge and hit number 1, transform into drone mode. So as you can see, our steering also gives us steering controls when we're in drone mode with those little propellers. So again, we're not breaking any airspeed records here, but very controllable, very easy to control. So we can come back down like this to land, hit number 1 again, transform back into a vehicle, drive off the other side, hold space, number 1, there we go. No problemo. And see, our small thrusters give us a little bit of set to W. Don't want to nose down too much, so just tapping that will give you some forward speed, but just leaning forward gives you enough forward speed. And then when we're down near the water like this, we are totally floatable, and we have like kind of 2 speed modes, I guess, in for boat mode. That's why you want to keep your nose up. Oh, and we flipped over. So in car mode like this, just pushing W gives you forward your propulsion for in the water. So like this, I think does, yeah, 35, 36 kilometers an hour. But if we go into plane mode like this, we can get up to about 60. But again, we're pushing W, so you're trying to push the front end of the nose down, right? So you don't want too much torque when you're doing that. So we can do like this, and then we can just hold spacebar. And we can flip ourselves over just like that. Piece of chocolate cake. Actually, no, you actually want to try and, okay, so say if we were moving like this, you want to let off on the throttle, kind of slow down a little bit and pull back so that you can pull your body out of the water completely. And then you can take off from there. Weebly wobbly, but they don't fall down. Okay, come on. Fine. Pop. Hey, hey. See, as soon as you're in the water and you've got your propellers going, you've got massive friction differential between the water and the air. So it's just going to flip you over. But if you're patient and you take your time, you can do it. You can make it happen. So this is a good vehicle for just getting around the level. Or you can race around, race off of cliffs, fly to somewhere else, land at a certain spot, and then continue the race from there. But this is about as simple a multi-vehicle I can get without having transforming parts and all kinds of weird, complicated stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for the how-to for this puppy here. Hit that notification bell, and you will be notified when it comes out. All right, let's take a look at our next build. All right, our next build that we're going to take a look at is the Crawl All Mark IV. Again, a 2 hover pad, inverted hover pad, wall climber, all kinds of suspension, loose hinges. You can see in the center of the body here we have 2 joints set up with rotating servos. Those are loose as well, non-controlled. so we can try and have a snaky kind of a climbing effect over top of things. I saw in a Scrapman video recently, they showed he was looking at best builds on the workshop, and there was a multi-wheeled crawler that looked real satisfying to drive and climb over stuff. So I figured, let's see if we can do the same thing in Trailmakers. And this is what I ended up with. So we've got small wheels for traction, spiked wheels, as you can see, in certain places so we don't get high-centered. And our monster truck wheels, again, because they have the best traction. We definitely want to use those. We have a diving bell so that we can go underwater. There's no water propellers on this thing yet, but you could add it. You could add some. It is already around 450 for complexity. So you can see our two humper pads there at the beginning and the end, and we have all kinds of articulation in the body itself for maneuverability and steering. So you can see we definitely have enough horsepower. I believe there's one engine for every wheel. And we can climb almost anything. It's a little bit janky because of the loose suspension to absorb some of the shock and the movements. And I want to try and keep the hinges loose so that we could get the kind of sneaky, bendy yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Can't climb inverted, unfortunately, or at least not starting. So let's take a look at this big mountainside here and see how easy this is to climb. So again, we just want to tap our gas for best traction, not necessarily looking for speed. And it shouldn't really matter where we go, we should be able to go there. So we should be able to just climb over almost anything, as long as we keep some forward momentum. And that's why we need them little wheels in the middle of the body, so we just need a little more forward. Oh, settle down, settle down. A little more speed over that. There we go. We can go up this one. Can we get up through this crevasse? Can we do that? Maybe a little more speed. Down a little bit. Up. Come on. To the side. To the side. Shake it. Don't break it. Okay, fine. We'll just go this way. And we'll go up this wall. And then we'll go up this wall, I said. There we go. Now, I have no idea where we're even going, but with the Crawl All Mark IV, it don't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Oh, we're broken. Let's do a repair. We'll repair y'all up now. Oh, wow, look at that. We got a crevasse down here. We sneak in down around sideways. Looking for... Oh, maybe we can get onto the far wall down that way. Let's... Okay, this could be risky. Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. Hang on now. This way, and can we go this way? You gonna get some traction? No, you're just gonna wedge yourself in there, right? Yep, there you go. Now we can't even get out of there. Okay, maybe it doesn't go everywhere. It's hard to get out of the crevasse, huh? It's very wedgy. So that is the Crawl All Mark IV. Like I said, a little janky, a little weird, but it actually works. This would be a good thing to have a race over top of a mountain. Put a checkpoint at the top. Oh. See, and that's where all that suspension, that's what that gets you. At least if you fall, you're just going to bounce around. But we can go down as well. Just got to control your speed as you're going down. A nice 100 miles an hour down here. Come down this one. Yeah. So smooth. So smooth. Just like that. All the way down the ground. Oh, this ain't gonna be well. Okay, let's go this way. I haven't even touched the gas yet. Beauty. Look at that. No problemo. So yeah, I'll be putting that up on the shop as well. Crawl All Mark IV. Alright, let's take a look at our final build. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll be showing you a quick rundown of the new racetrack that I built. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that. Alright, next build, the paper airplane. So we've all built paper airplanes, right? Fold it in the middle, fold your two corners, fold back your wings. Ta-da! Maybe fold up the tips a little bit, you get that stability. So this is what I built in Trailmakers. I figured, hey, let's see if I can build a paper airplane style. It's not just shaped like a paper airplane this way, it is also literally folded in half, the middle hollow. That's where the bike seat is up here. That was kind of nice. One time where having the uneven block count seat connection point seat, only 3 wide, actually worked, where I could use the single piece in the middle as the fold for the wings and the body. Then I gave it that funky kind of wrinkled paper texture, the organic texture. And actually fairly simple design. It doesn't look like it has any moving parts on it, but the rear wing, the rear fins back here are on hinges, and this little section here is your front wings that actually rotate on those servos that are against the body there. So we got a bunch of little mini thrusters inside the body, as well as some full-size thrusters, 2 on the back here by the body and then 2 on the outside of the wings. And of course we got some cannons, 2 on the front and 2 on the back, because this is like a paper airplane bomber. So let's jump in. It actually flies really well. I was surprised. I built the entire thing and then decided to see if it would fly, and it does. So just space, even with no landing gear. We'll build up a bit of speed here before we touch anything, get up to about 150, pull back, and away we go. I was honestly very surprised at how well it actually flew in this shape. Took me a while to try and get the body shaped like that. But yeah, see, look at that. Look how stable that flies. So we have our turning back here, a roll. Woo! So you can see those small sections of wings there. That's our lift. Those are on servos. They fit in there nicely, kind of disguised. We got our roll back here with these fins in the back. And then our 4 cannons for doing our bombing. Left shift. So the best thing is to it actually glides really well too. Just like a paper airplane. We can just glide over our target. Pop. Boom, boom, boom. And that's actually a toggle. So you can hold that. Just click it once and it'll continuously fire your 4 cannons. So that is the paper airplane. I'm surprised I haven't seen one of these before. It's actually folded like a paper airplane. Like I said, I'm quite surprised how well it flies. I thought it would nosedive down because there was so much lift from the wings in the back. But I guess the extra weight of the body in the front, the pieces, I guess, just like in real life, I guess the extra weight of the folded paper in the front counters the extra lift from the wings in the back. And you can see how we have good enough control that we can crash into trees. No, just kidding. Paper airplane. Paper airplane bomber. Raining down destruction with your paper airplane. Like I said, it glides really well too. So we'll be putting this up on the shop. So you can probably jump out. Just let your paper airplane glide. See how it glides on its own. It's not too bad actually. For something that size, glides pretty well. Oh yeah, it's just gonna land like that, like a rocket. What are the odds of that? Something's not right. Something doesn't look right. Something doesn't sit right in my stomach. What are the odds that it would land like that? I don't know. Very low, I'm going to assume. Alright guys, for any of you that stuck to the end, I'm going to show you the new racetrack that I built. So that'll be right after this. I'll play some tunes, have a race around the track. Let me know what you think of that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.